Live.
Oh, what is going on, racers? Stats from Hermiston, the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and State Line. And we got huge news from the Red Mountain Event Center. You're dialed into the show that informs, entertains, inspires, and promotes all things that go left. Welcome to Late Model Monday, the weekly show to stay in the know about asphalt late models here in the Pacific Northwest. Tonight's show is brought to you by Miller Kitchen and Bath, Bailey General Contractors, and by Myers Floor Cover, Welcher's Gun Shop, Flaming Pig Barbecue, and by the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval and the Leonard Evans Used Car Superstore, and by the great folks at Product41.com, McKinney Glass of Yakima, Atomic Screen Printing, and BLG, Blue Line Graphics. Be unique, stand out, and get noticed. www.blg.blue. And now, back to your horsepower and performance hosts, Terry Bridges and the load, Jeff Eady.
Hey race fans, this is Steve Blankenship. You are tuned in to the quickest show on the web, Late Model Monday.
What's going on, racers? Welcome to another edition of Late Model Monday here on the Northwest Race Report page. I'm your horsepower and performance host, Terry Bridges. In the house with me, my main man, the loader, Mr. Jeffrey Eden. What's going on, loader?
Heat stroke.
Heat stroke, baby.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I love Hermiston, but I don't think I could live over there year-round.
Yeah, I'm sure it was warm.
It
was warm here, but
it about killed me.
That's okay.
I couldn't get enough water or down.
I looked at the videos. I thought they were awesome. You did an amazing job getting a lot of those junior late models and interviews and stuff. I thought they were just wonderful. So, hey, heat stroke or not, great job. I was noticing you showed me some stats. Danica Dart's video, what were they? I mean, they were some insane numbers.
Like 936 viewed and over 1,450 people reached.
You think she's got some fans?
Oh, yeah. Plus, somebody wanted to put a sponsorship on the car.
See, there we go. That
there makes it worthwhile.
That's right. And that's where our worth comes in. That's what we try to do, is we try to help you guys. Late Model Monday is here just for that. We want to help you guys get sponsors and glorify you and glorify God. And, man, we are on fire. Great stuff, loader. Good stuff. We're just going to jump right into it.
We're tracking and packing around the Northwest with the loader, Jeff Eady. Boom.
What up, loader?
I'd like to thank everybody over there for from Chance to everybody that kicked in everything for the racers, for the race. It wouldn't have happened without. Chance's trophies were off the chain. Oh my God. Guys walking across through there, and I'm going, yeah, I am cooler. Walking across there, and the lights are lighting up in it, LED lights.
You see that? Terry, how's your belly button?
Oh, this is a PG show.
Yeah.
Lacey Walden, good to see you. Chris Miner.
What's going on, Southern? Ron Pies, what is going on?
Marv Schultz, I see you are hanging around with your sprint car this
Jared
weekend.
Marin, what's going on? Sean Blakely, what's going on? Or Stephen Blakely, what's going on, man? Stroker Ace. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. What's up, my dudes? Kenny Burns, what's going on? Michael Gale, what is happening, man?
Sponsors, please. Yes. I'll have to do an interview with you.
Heck yeah, man.
Anyway, Hermiston at the Pro Lates. We had 13 of them. Should have had 14. Caden's car on Friday decided he didn't want to run anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
And so it kind of spit a bunch of ugly-looking stuff out the exhaust pipe. And
Ooh.
So that was we would have had 14 cars, and there was a couple of others that had been talking about coming, but things happen.
Hey, dude, let me just say, let's just assume let's just keep Caden in there. 14 cars is a good turnout.
Yes, it is. You know, it's
14 cars anywhere is a good turnout.
So, it was a good show. It really was. Garrett Huffines was fast qualifier. I didn't scroll through the whole
That's
list.
all right.
But it's he had a 1569.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Yeah.
Him and Dylan both. Dylan. Well, I'll get to Dylan in a minute.
Okay, do it.
So the first race was the wild one, Mitch Klein.
Yeah,
He won
baby.
it. Garrett Huffines was second. Braden Havens third. Jake Woods fourth, and Brent Harris fifth.
Wow. Brent Harris. Who is this guy?
I don't know. And like I say, I wasn't feeling well enough. Otherwise I'd have got over and tried to figure out who he was and talk to him to where I could get some information on him, and I didn't. I just wasn't there.
Well, we'll have to get him on the show.
Well,
sure.
I think what we need to, if we get a hold of Anders,
yeah,
because somebody said he races at Wenatchee. So.
Well, we'll just get Mr. Harris on the show. That's pretty cool. You know, how many guys, Jeff, have we went? Who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
I think Huffines was one of those, right? We were like, who is it?
But you look down this car, and I didn't see no stickers, no.
So he's an independent, more or less.
Just like a number on there.
Wow.
But
way to go, Brent. Way to go, dude.
Dylan took the back row challenge.
Dylan Huffines did?
Yeah.
He went to the back?
He went to the back.
How much more money was it?
I think it was $250.
Whoa.
But didn't quite work, but that's all right.
Hey.
He kind of exited between 1 and 2 over the berm.
Oh, no. Did he have help?
No.
It
just exited 1 and 2 over the berm.
It's too hot. I'm out.
So I think it hurt something with the car because the handling kept getting worse and worse as the night went on.
Yep.
And
well, good for you, Dylan, for going to the back, man. That takes a stud to go do that.
And then I wasn't up front when all of a sudden I seen somebody come walking by and they had this 7 door panel skin and everything. He ran I think what it was a cooling effect.
Oh.
He had the cooler working by taking the side skin off. Yeah.
Yeah. How hot was it over there? Hey, Mark Dahl.
Let's see. Haven's been racing with.
He's a wicked shoe when it comes. Oh, wait. Let me back up.
Way to go.
He's a wicked shoe.
When he has a good car.
From WVSO. Good. Okay. Hey, aren't we all wicked shoes when we have a good car?
What? I'm a wicked shoe in my own mind.
There you go.
And second pro late race was Brent Harris.
Yep.
Hayden Plybaum.
Wow.
Garrett Huffines.
And I hear they were door to door at the stripe.
There was some good racing going on. Jake Klingenberg.
I like him.
And my team car, Max Schroeder, got 5th.
Oh, good for Maxo.
And he was ecstatic.
Well, he should be.
Well, the thing of it is, never seen the place. When we got him out practicing on Friday, the sun was in his eyes. He couldn't even see to come out of turn 2. So he was struggling trying to find a line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, why did I know I was going to do this? He had a friend of his come over. They took him out on the track, walked the line, and Jim Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
And helped him out
the
there.
15 car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took him out and showed him what was going on around the track.
Yeah.
What a difference. Boom.
Bam. Love it.
Mitch and Braden were racing hard for the front. I did not see what happened. I didn't even look at any videos today, so I can't say what happened, why. I just know that Mitch was kind of up on the berm.
Well, let's just say this. When it's good hard racing and you're racing for the front, stuff's going to happen, right? I mean, I don't think we're looking for fault here other than, hey, a racing incident occurred. I didn't hear a whole bunch of hoopla or anything over it. So, hey, at least it wasn't like last time. There's no fist swinging. So, but there was?
not in this group.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. So then the junior lates, Evan Getz, Casey Kane, Danica Dart, and Caden Moran, and that was exactly the way they finished in the second. I was looking at the times for them guys. All of them
Were consistent.
They were all consistent, but they were all starting to pick up. The two young ladies were picking up.
You know, I mean, Jeff, between you and I don't know a whole lot about Danica Dart. You probably know a lot more than I do now after talking to her a little bit. But
just what the funniest thing of this, they were standing there by the car, and I was talking to her dad, and this guy comes walking up, and he said, "This is my old car." Like, this car was built in the early 90s.
Oh, wow.
And the guy reaches in his toolbox. He says, "I even got the book for it."
Holy cow! That's pretty awesome.
That's a collector's item there.
Yes, it is.
But
did he give it to him?
No.
I hope he did.
Why would you give me? That's your notes. That's how the car
for that car?
Yeah. So anyway,
that's pretty cool, man. How cool is that?
The junior lates. I'm on board with this. I really think it.
Dude, I am too.
And it's going to grow.
Yep.
It is going to grow.
Hey, ask Blakesley about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? Peterson, good to see you. Hey, Stephen Blakesley knows a lot about this stuff. They run at Madera all the time. He is the announcer there. You ask Blakesley, this junior late model thing is a good thing. Mm-hmm. It's going to take a little bit around here to get things going because Madera's where it kind of got going, and they run at Vegas and all that. But you watch. Some of those people from Madera need to come up here and give these kids a run up here. I mean, we need to expand this, and I'm with you, man. I'm on board all the way.
Well, I mean, oh God, I don't have it with me, but there's Haley Constance.
Yeah,
she wasn't there. I mean,
was Getz there? How'd he do?
He won.
Oh, he's a stud.
So,
well, Haley Constance.
You didn't see my interview then, okay?
Haley Constance is pretty amazing.
Bombers. Jeremy Erb.
Yep.
Arden Colley, Kendris Preston,
yep.
Michael McNeely, and Harley Josephson.
Way to go, Harley.
Erb wins the second one. Craig Jensen was second, Michael McNeely third, Arlen Colley fourth, and Harley Josephson.
Way to go, Harley.
Consistent.
Yes, sir.
Mini Stocks.
Yep.
Mini Stocks put on a great show. They
was Majors there?
Nope.
Okay.
There was 8 of them there. Brad Rhodes won it.
Way to go, Brad!
On the first one, Scott Murphy, Mike Savage, Rick Ackerman, and Josh McMillan was 5th.
Josh, way to go, man. And he's the head of that series.
Yep. And in the second one was Devin Matthews.
Oh, DM, way to go, dude.
Scott Murphy, Brad Rhodes, Rick Ackerman, and Mike Savage. Street Stock.
Yep.
This is where things became interesting. Terry Liddell.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Mullins.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Mullins, way to go. Happy birthday, too, by the way.
Luke Klingenberg.
Way to go, Luke.
Rick Gerard and Josh Henney.
Yeah.
Second one, Bart Hector Jr.
Somebody said Bart Hector Jr. is a legend on Facebook. I saw that. I don't know. Is that from the fight or from the race?
I don't know. I didn't get to see that part. I just heard it. Well, let me finish this. Jeff Mullins, Terry Liddell, Luke Klingenberg, and Rich Gerard.
Right on.
Evidently, I didn't see what was happening because this was when I was trying to cool off in my truck. All I seen was kind of like the end result when this guy, I guess, was tapping on
Hector
during a yellow. So he just tapped him back. So, and I don't know what caused it to that point, but they both got sent to the sidelines to where they could cool down.
Oh, boy. But Hector goes on to take the W.
Yep, he won the second race, won the W.
Well, he's a legend then.
He's a legend.
Yep. If you get sent to the sidelines and you come back and win it, you're a legend. That's pretty cool. However, we at Late Model Monday don't condone that. No. We don't condone that fighting stuff and that, that it's too hot to be doing that stuff. Anyway.
And I'm too old.
Super Oval. Yeah, Wenatchee Valley.
Bandos. They had 6 of them there. Cannon DeLong. Jordan Mullins. Riker. Oler.
Ooh.
James Hamlin.
Way to go, James.
Dakota Ballard.
Okay, Dakota.
Allie Mae Jones.
Way to go, Allie Mae. That a girl. I think, I want to say she raced go-karts.
Got
She raced some quarter midgets.
Ford Focus midgets were there.
Yeah.
Nick Larson.
Oh, Nick. Way to go, buddy.
He likes that asphalt stuff.
Yeah, he's good.
Number 2, one time.
Oh, Shane?
Shane Smith, number 2.
Oh, baby. Way to go one time.
Marty Rosner was third.
Martin Rosler?
Marty Rosler.
Wow. Way to go, Rozzy.
This is the blast of the past name that made Monday. 4th, Rebel Jackson Jr.
No way.
Yep.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Dude, that's not a blast from the past. That's like a legend right there. Wow, that's cool as heck.
Jacob Austin was in the 5th spot.
One time. Man, one time's a big part of the reason why we do this show.
B mods. There was
Yep.
only 3 B mods, but this is
The
getting
first
started.
one, yep. Mm-hmm.
Chad Holiday,
Oh, of course. Did you see that thing?
Rocky Crocker,
Yep.
and then Dave Mackin.
Have you seen that thing of holidays?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a piece of work.
Hey, Jeremy. Dave Mackin, and I'm not. They had a family issue. They had a death in the family this last week, and they decided to go ahead and come and race.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
So-
Way to go, Dave Mackin. You're a stud.
that was they actually
Yep. Super cool.
road runners.
Hey, Mike Hunter. Hey, one leg. I know. Here we go. Here we go. Don't even start, Jeffrey.
Road runners.
Yep.
Number
Don't start.
number 71.
Give me a hint.
Dale
Schroeder?
Winterberg
Oh, you're kidding. Winterberg got in a Roadrunner?
and won.
Dude.
Josh Mock was 2nd. Jamie Corbett 3rd. RT Griner was 4th, and Zach Bristol number 5. The Legends cars.
Listen to this. 7 of the race teams have donated their checks to the Macon family.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. That is unbelievable. Blakesley, are you hearing that? You need to be talking about that on your show on Monday nights. That is awesome.
What's up? Have you recovered, Chance? I know you had.
He
something-
said, "What's up, homies?"
Oh, I haven't give it to him yet, so I don't say nothing.
What's that?
Your shirt
No.
and the cookies, but the butterscotch were really good.
Shut you. Overhaul. You're kidding, man. That's so awesome.
Legend cars.
Yep.
Randy Sharf.
Cool. I don't know Randy, but I'm going to have to.
Levy
Jones?
was 2nd.
Way to go. That dude's on fire right now, man.
I tell you, when it's on fire, he's making some huge strides. Billy Weber 3rd.
Oh, yeah. And I guess he
3rd.
got up there and led it for a
Yeah.
while. And did you see the picture of his daughter jumping in his arms?
That's what I said. That's
Dude,
what it's all about, right
hell
there.
yes, it is. That is amazing.
Chris Palanca, Garrett Archer.
There's a name.
Yep. Jacob Hyder
Oh,
was 6th.
yeah.
Kyle Kinsbaugh 7th. Brock Denny 8th.
Wow.
Chad Sinner 9th. And our one and only Kellen Dean,
Dude,
10th place.
let's just talk about that for a second. You realize the names that are on that list right there?
I'll give you a couple more. Tony Williamson, 13th. Robert Clark, 14th. Chris Crable, 18th.
Wow. That was a loaded field.
There was 26, I think, all total.
Wow.
So
That's unbelievable. Good job, guys. Way to go. That's amazing.
I was catching bits and pieces of it on my phone.
Kellen Dean, 10th. That surprised me because he's a Hermiston freak, man.
But he hasn't. I don't think run this year any. So
Yeah.
you got.
He'll be back. He'll be back. Keep your eye out. Kellen Dean's the name you need to listen to or for.
State Line.
Yeah.
One of the young gentlemen that races down at Southdown
Yep.
quite a bit,
Yep.
Dominic Hunter,
Oh, DH, baby.
decided to make the little trip across the mountain to go race
Did he own it?
with Nostalgia Mods. The one guy called him Dominic the Dominator.
Heck yeah.
He won the Nostalgia Mod Main. Chris Myers was second, Stephen Lundquist third, Ed Beck fourth, Patrick Banks fifth.
Where was Dooman?
They didn't go.
Okay.
So they, after he kind of won in convincing fashion,
Right?
they asked him if he wanted to run with the modifieds.
And he said yes.
So he fueled her up and away he went again.
Oh, baby. And how'd he do?
Randy Lurch got first. Lucas Bird was second. Riley Miller, Jason Harris, and fifth place, Dominic.
Wow.
And I guess I was been chatting with him back and forth, and he said he'd give his trophy to some little kid in the stands. And he said, that kid, I said, you just made that kid's day. You know, he said, well, he said, it kind of made mine too.
Yeah. You know, that's how it works, Loader, is you make somebody's day, and in turn, you get yours made too. Good job, Dominic Hunter. Way to go. Billy Weber. Is it a big race? It doesn't matter. Billy Weber rolls. I'm sorry, a lot of people, Billy Weber's kind of like Phil Fowl. There might be kind of a love-hate thing there, but, every time I've watched Billy Weber, he's rolled to the front. Whether it's go-karts, whether it's dirt, whether it's pavement, now he's jumping in this. I hear he had one hell of a late model career for a while. So let's make no bones about it. Billy Weber can shoe.
I think that's they had 27 in the pits. One couldn't race because it had issues. They figured out
we will have 30 plus in September 3rd. That's great. Big names. Absolutely, Stephen Blakesley. Have you heard Stephen's show? Did you listen to my watch party that I turned on to that last, I think it was last week? Stephen Blakesley does a damn good job, you guys. And you guys need to tune into his show on Monday night. It is super, super good. Blakesley Motorsports Media. Really cool.
He doesn't want to listen to us?
He's listening. He's in tonight.
Yeah, but you said his show's on Monday night.
Or is it Monday night or Tuesday night?
Here we go.
I don't know. I screwed up. Maybe, it's Tuesday night. I think it's Tuesday night. I've had one too many of these, Blakesley. That's all right. Riley Miller ran a good race. Yeah! In the modifieds. Pretty awesome. Justin Popple.
And I'm going to, I talked a little bit, like I said, I've been messaging back and forth with Dominic, and he said, hats off to the State Line crew. They made him feel welcome. He had a blast, and he would like to go back.
Dude, let me just tell you this. And I don't need to even tell you this, but Matt Alexander and Luke Kerr are two of the best guys in our sport. They run a tight ship. Their stuff is right and tight. That's all I can say. Every time I've been there, it has been nothing but a damn good time. And I don't know, when you went over for the practice session, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but they treated me like gold over there.
Well,
yeah, there is a reason for that, but I'm just saying.
You're golden.
Shut up.
Mr. Plybon, 2 weeks at the Garden, Idaho 200.
Blakesley, Tuesdays, 5:30. Thank you. And you know what I'm going to do? Loader's got some guests this week, but I think next Monday, depending on what happens, I'd like to have you on our show. So don't make any plans.
West Coast Sprints.
Yep.
Adam Smith. Marv Schultz.
Marvy, yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason he didn't win, so that's the reason he said need sponsors.
That's all right, man. Did you see that car?
Yeah, the picture.
Yeah, they busted their butt to get that thing together.
Kyle Secord.
He's a stud. His dad is Eddie Secord, who is a hell of a car builder.
Corey Carpenter and Randy Du Bois.
Wow.
West Coast Vintage. I'm not sure what all their different.
Actually,
processes.
Eddie is the car builder. Eddie Secord.
Ah.
He drove for Terry Rennick. You know Terry Rennick?
Yeah.
Yeah. He drove for Rennick for a while. Eddie Secord's a shoe.
West Coast Vintage cars.
Yep.
Frank Volts Jr.
Wow.
John Dial.
Yep.
John Cogan.
Way to go, John.
Chris Dracos.
Okay, Chris.
Frank Volts Sr.
Way to go, FV. That a baby?
Early stocks. Ken Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
David Clark Jr. Steve Shovers. Jacob Martin. And Avelina Shovers. Now, out of it, not kind of drift off the pavement here for a minute. I got a big shout out to somebody here as soon as I find the deal. I probably lost it. Clay Cup. Deming.
Oh, yes. Big event.
This is one of the biggest races for mini sprints there is around. 1200s was Chance Crum.
Way to go, Chance. No doubt he's a stud.
600. Chance Crum.
Did I say he's a stud?
600 restricted.
Chance Crum.
Dominic Carter and Kane Van Sickle won the junior sprints.
Way to go. Wow, while we're talking a little bit about dirt, how about DB? Devin Borden.
He finished 7th.
Yeah.
Up there. He was driving a guy's car up there.
Yeah. Devin Borden is you guys. He's all that and some chips.
I seen a funny one today. You'll love this one.
What's that?
It was Kyle Larson.
Yep.
And they were talking about winning. And he goes, "Oh, I got to start 17th. Get the beer, honey." So they go, either he's got to get a Busch Light sponsor or something. That woman shotguns the beer every time he wins.
Man, dude.
That's what all the guys in NASCAR, they're missing her shotgun and beer.
Hey, I don't want to change it because I know this is late model Monday, whatever, but Renee Angel was killing down there at Cycle Land. Got took out while working the outside. Had to go to QRC and get a new car. I don't know how she did after that, but way to go, Renee Angel. She was down at Cycle Land. And if you've ever seen Cycle Land is tough. So way to go, Renee. Good stuff.
And, as we're getting ready for our main guest here, this is, to me, is exciting. I'm so glad that they've asked us to be part of this.
Dude, I'm telling you, when I heard that Garrett and Jim Franklin and I don't know how many, there was, 8 or 10 cars there?
I think it was 6 cars.
Okay. And they were all there testing, and Garrett was running lap times that,
well, it said
18.9. They were respectable.
And if you get a chance, go on there and look, because when Tyler Brown was out, he was running Ed Thompson's car.
He was?
And the telemetry showed where he was at and what they were doing.
Your favorite drivers and people of interest in the motorsports world. It's time for In the Seat, powered by Blue Line Graphics. All right, here's our guest. He's a former racer. His son just won a championship at State Line Speedway, and he's kind of one of the headhunters in the new Red Mountain Event Center. His name is Jesse Brown. Welcome to the show, Jesse.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, dude. It's my honor, dude. You know that.
Well, now hold it.
No, listen. I didn't do anything,
Listen.
but it is my honor.
Listen.
Loader did it all.
Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
They're watching us on the
Well,
big
you
screen.
know what? To be honest with you, the honor is the people I'm sitting around right now. We got some pretty big people here that are going to put on a pretty good event.
That's pretty cool, man. And here's what I want to say to all of them. We're just thankful that you let us be a part of all this. This is kind of cool. So,
Well, no, you didn't hear.
What?
They're watching us on the big screen as we're talking.
What big
Dude,
screen?
In their shop.
They got a big screen? Well, how big's the big screen?
Well, it's the shop big screen. We can't talk about that. That's rules. Those are shop rules.
Hey, Jesse, like we were talking this afternoon there, give me some history about this racetrack.
Well, I'm going to give you some history about the racetrack. We got Greg Walden here, and he can give you the best research there is on that facility. I'll tell you a few things, just on my my grandfather ran the very first race there in 1968.
Wow.
Dad was a jalopy racer, so he wasn't very good. But I did pretty good out there myself, and then now I'd really like to get my son out there. But there's some people that got behind me back in the day, and that was a Walden family. And Wayne, who was a patriarch of everybody, he would set me straight. He was kind of like a father figure. But I'm going to turn this thing over to Greg and let him tell you about what we got going on here.
All right. We're going to talk to Greg Walden. What's going on, Gregory?
How are you?
I'm never better. How about you?
Same. Doing the same.
You recovered from the weekend?
Yeah, barely.
My gosh, that was hot.
Yeah, it was pretty warm, but we had a fun event there at Hermiston Raceway Saturday, and just a great bunch of people in the grandstands, a great bunch of racers. We had a pro late race with Custom Fab stepping up, and TRE, Atomic, SRU. The mini stocks brought so much money. On their own, Josh, from the mini stock series, it just started building momentum, and we had a great time, great race. Fantastic crowd that they just didn't want to leave when it was over. It was one of those magical nights, and just one of those memorable ones that you don't want the night to end, but darn it, it has to.
Well, you know what, Greg? I'll tell you this. Those magical nights don't just happen. There's a reason why that night was magical, and that's basically you guys. When you do the right things and you hustle and you're doing stuff for the right reasons, you get magical nights like you had.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a good one. We really liked it. The format's working out where the competitors understand we have to run 2 complete programs with just a little bit of time in between them. They all kept their nose pretty clean, and we put on a good show and got it over with, I think, at 9:40. That was the second show.
Wow.
And people just hung there forever.
Well, you knew if you weren't done by 10, your dad was going to have your fanny.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, it was about 11. I come over there and stopped them to see if you guys were around, and there was still some family hanging down by the flag stand.
Yeah, nobody left. It was like, and it was just, they did. You could see them going out the gate, turning around, going, "Do we have to?"
Isn't that a great feeling, though, Greg? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it is.
So,
And it was a rambunctious crowd. Boy, I'll tell you, we had a fight in the stands, a fight in the parking lot, and a little scuffle in the pit. But I told my dad that, and he goes, "Oh, typical night at the races, huh?"
We need to get a poker ring. You know what? We might have that at Tri-City Raceways. We'll put a little MMA cage match out in the middle of it. You rough them up on the track, you take it into the ring.
That's what
actually,
Jeff
stealing my for the next race. We're gonna, coming up.
What did Brownfield used to say?
well, Brownfield said, if you fight in my pits, you owe me $100, but if you go out on the front stretch, I'll pay you $100.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
We're gonna
give us some history on this Tri-Cities track. I mean, I'd been there once, way back when, with Dave Goulet, back when the Northwest Tour used to run there.
Yeah. If it was Dave, then that would have been probably early or late 80s.
Yep. Late 80s, early 90s. Yep.
Yeah, Tour was in its infancy then. Sorry. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, I thought I missed you. But, the track was built in 68 originally. I think that was its first season. And then, really, it had different promoters. Even Pollock promoted it for a while, Pollock and Amick, and Pryor, Bonner had it. And then in '82, my dad and a group of 3 people got together and started promoting it. And by the end of the 5th year, by about the end of the 4th year, I think there was only one other one left. And then finally, it was just my parents left, and running it, and they ran it. And you know what's amazing is we don't realize, but at the time, we'd run 26 events. And you go out to that track now, and that thing looks like it's freaking 2.5 miles around. You swear you're in the infield of Daytona, but you're not. And to think that we did that week after week after week, and I asked my dad, how did you guys do that? And he goes, it's just what you did. You know, it was because I look forward to that week off between our races at Hermiston, but they ran every single week when the season started.
Wow.
It was amazing.
That is
24
amazing.
races.
Yeah, 24 races a year. But
Wow.
you know, the interesting thing, that track, whoever did the paving, which the company's not even around now, it was LW Vale. It's thick. It's 4 inches. The aggregate was perfect. You know, it's banked all the way around. There's good drainage underneath it, and the asphalt was just good. It was great, in fact. I think Garrett had the best comment where he said, you know, if you fill those seams and get 20 cars out there, it'll race just like it used to. So,
and coming from him, it means it too.
Yeah, it's a big deal. But we're jazzed because of, you know, to have obviously everybody that went out there for that first test session, we appreciate every one of them. But to have Garrett show up, and some of his videos have 39,000 views, and it hasn't even been a week yet. And that's 39,000, not 3,900. And I know how hard it is to get 3,900.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is,
we'd love to have 39,000. We'd like to have 39.
It took off, and you know, everybody's wondering about this. And
so what's that
Garrett,
tell you, Greg? I mean, that tells you that there is still a ton of interest there.
There's passion in the Northwest is still here for racing.
Yeah, there's a ton of interest, and that place will be a special event type. You know, that's where we see it, to where it has 4, you know, major league superstar type events. It won't be a weekly show. It'll be a special event only, and they'll be big, and I think they'll be really well attended.
Okay, so number one, what is Red Mountain? Is that where it's at? And how did this kind of all come about? I mean, what sparked all of this?
Well, I'll let Jesse tell you about that.
I'll take this one. So first off, if you live in the city of West Richland, we really need to revote a mayor by the name of Brent Gary. First off,
yeah.
So he had contacted me, and he was interested in seeing what we could do with the raceway, because they just bought it. They wanted to turn it into something cool for their community. And, you know, who better can you get involved than a Greg Walden and the Walden family, and Eric Van Winkle, who he's sitting here with us. He's a huge patriarch of the Tri-City community. He gets all sorts of things started. And so we met in my shop, and we're sitting in the same spot damn there than we were when we started this thing, in a couple lawn chairs. And we just started coming up with a plan. And it's actually starting to just kind of blow up in our faces a little bit, and the reality is starting to set in. This event center is something that could be really cool for the Tri-Cities. And I gotta say that Brent and the city of West Richland really gave us the opportunity to actually take this and let us dream and let us think about what it would take to build it up. And with that said, I mean, that's who we got to thank, is the city of West Richland and the mayor, you know, for giving us this opportunity. You know, there's been a club out there racing that's been very helpful to us, the Sage and Sand Sports Car Club. But, you know, I think you guys need to hear from Eric to kind of see where our views and where we're going with this thing.
Absolutely, Jesse. But let me just say, I want to say, you know, you said the city of West Richland and you know, the mayor and all the people there get behind this thing. You know, it's really no different than the go-kart track out there, right? I mean,
Oh, no.
that's all county helped, and they put new lights in, and they've taken care of the club and let the club kind of do their thing. And I mean, they are to be commended for just believing in all that, because I remember hearing some numbers. I know when we were doing the Nationals and some things like that, racers were bringing in an average of $400 per family that came there to the Nationals. And I don't know if you remember, but crap, we had 100+ entries or whatever there. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was a $5 million deal what Nationals brought in for the community, and we're really hoping to bring that to the West Richland community, the Tri-Cities. I mean, the one thing about West Richland is they think bigger than just their own community. They're thinking the whole Tri-City area. This is something that could be huge for everybody. And it takes that, right? You know that, Terry. You've been out there and you've seen what we did with the kart track. Well, that's our vision, man. We're going to take that same role model that the Tri-City Kart Club did, and we're going to try to roll this thing out and start building this facility up into the beautiful facility that TC Casey has. And it takes a lot of good people to do that. And I think we got the right people in the places. And we'll just see where it goes.
Well,
man, dude, that's awesome.
And next, I need to apologize to Eric for saying his name wrong on my live thing.
Oh, we've been laughing about that. He kind of likes Alexander.
Oh, hey, cool.
I think we're going to get a shirt that says Alexander Eric the Great.
Wow, now I feel better. I thought I'd screwed up, and he wasn't ever going to talk to me.
Well, you didn't have to. Walden bit your butt for that.
Yeah. Wayne told me I did it wrong.
Oh, Wayne did?
Yeah. He said, it's Eric, it's not Alex.
I'm Viking, You know what? You got that guy, right? Wayne Walden.
Hey, the best guy, one of the best people you'll ever meet.
Well,
I'm going to tell you what. These people are sitting right next to me right now. We all drive off of that name because that's why we're all here. Because we'd like to get that track in a good space. But to get that track in good space, we got to have good events to build this place back up and build some facility that can handle some pretty cool things. So you guys want to talk to Eric real fast?
You bet.
See what our plan is?
Yeah, well, that's what we want to see. We want to hear the vision.
All right, here he goes. Here's Alexander the Great.
Hey, Alexander, what's going on?
Terry, Loader, thanks. We need you guys. Thank you very much for this opportunity. We're certainly not done yet, but here's what we kind of saw is, yeah, we're passionate about racing. That's where we come from. But we look at this thing and we see 50-acre site, fence around it, restrooms, grandstands, what's left of them, parking. There's an RV park nearby. And if you look at it from, you go up 1,000 feet, there's this incredible facility for multi-use, right? But it just happens to have the world's fastest half-mile tri-oval, just odd duck right in the middle of it. And so we've been confused for 16 years waiting for somebody to say, let's go do this thing. Things changed. City of West Richland bought the property recently. Conversation changed. We're going to give it a push. We're going to see what happens. Honestly, long shot, no question about it. But multi-event center that just happens to have one of the fastest half-mile tri-ovals in the history of the planet in the center of it. So thank you, because you guys putting like, share has just absolutely blown this thing up. The conversation changed. We sat and decided that Wednesday, when we brought some pretty good equipment out there, we told everybody, no social media till your words were, no social media done until the gate is locked. It was the right thing to do. We're walking on 100,000 plus touches out there, and we're not even getting started. I can tell you, the idea is we need to keep blowing this thing up. Thank you for your support tonight and helping tell our story. Thanks.
Hey, man, let me just say this.
It's our privilege.
It is our privilege, number one. And number two, we're all in. Whatever we can do, Late Model Monday, whatever we can do to help blow this thing up, we are all about it. I mean, Are we some huge major? No, we're not. But we're just two guys with a passion for motorsports that love late model stock cars, and we are gonna help you guys blow this thing up.
Good deal. Fully appreciate that. Because the next one, when we get a chance, so we're going to have some other events out here. We're going to have a movie night once the governor kind of releases some stuff. And then we're going to have a car show. We'd like to have a car show. But we really want to have a second test session just to try some stuff out. And we want to bring in some likes of some Brittany Zamora, some Jefferson Racing, the Garrett Evans, and, just open this thing up. Just blow this thing up. Use some of these guys, these people, these local people, to build our dream up. And, something cool that happened is we have a local kid here that used to race here. His name is Damon Lusk. He owns a company back in North and South Carolina, in the Denver area back there. And he made a phone call to me, and he wants to reinvest in his old community, and especially when he found out we were opening this Tri-City Raceways up. Damon, he went back there on a dream to race cars, and he ended up turning it into a lucrative business. He sells all the metal to all the race teams in North Carolina, Hendricks, Childress, Stuart Haas, all them. And he just so happens to, have one of my favorite race car companies, Port City Race Cars. There's a plug out there. But, and Chuck Crothers and all these other guys. I mean, we got some pretty cool stuff that can happen here that can blow up. We just need to get people behind us, believing in our view, and we'll make this a pretty cool deal.
Oh, dude, and you got one of the biggest names ever to run around here in the Northwest is Greg Biffle. All you got to do is give him a call. I guarantee you, Biffle will be on board on getting this thing rolling.
And I think Wayne's where he kind of set in. So we need Wayne.
You got his number. Call him.
I will, dude. I'll get on it.
Let me tell you.
We would like to also give a little shout out to a few people that helped us out with our practice, our tire test day.
Shout them out.
You had BJ Tidrick come out there, Garrett Evans, Chance KF, Custom Fab. You had Jared Marin, who would be a second-generation racer, right? Caden Anderson, Tyler Brown, Ed Thomason. And what's funny about some of those names, and Garrett, don't take this wrong, but 3 of those kids equal Garrett's age. Born, a lot of them when that track was happening, and they were out there doing some pretty cool stuff. But we had some people come out like Ken's Auto Rescue and BR Tow Truck, for the day. Yeah. We had the City of West Richland's fire crew out there as an ambulance. Again, just shows what the City of West Richland's willing to put out there to help us out. We had Lacey Walden who built our Facebook page, and then you have Greg's brother, that guy's always hidden in the grass someplace, but he really has a lot of talent that nobody knows about. And if you look at that logo on our Facebook page,
yeah,
that's the guy. That's the guy that does all the cool T-shirts. So Tom that got behind us. Greg, is there anything else I missed that we, our push truck? We had push trucks out there. Ivan was out there.
Yeah. You San Jose Sports Car Club that let us go play on their turf.
Yep.
Thank you.
I mean, there's all these people that you can't forget about, right? So let's wrap this thing up, at least from what do we need, right? What do we need over the next 90 days? It's a long shot. We get it. But we're going to try it. We're just that crazy to try it.
What do you mean a long shot? What do you mean a long shot? You got to be out of your tree if this thing doesn't work. I mean, come on. You got to. I mean, who's ever needing to make some decisions needs to understand that this isn't a long shot, man. This is going to be a sure deal once they get the okay. They just got to have the backing behind it. I mean, there's no long shot about this deal.
No, the long shot is the backing, and I think that's the that's where the planning comes in.
You ain't gonna have no trouble getting any backing. I guarantee it.
And that came
Right,
from TB One
Send
Shoe.
the check.
Hey, I ain't making a ton of money, but I wouldn't mind. I'd contribute. I mean, hey.
So
it's strength in numbers, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Somebody
it
be
is.
knocking an hour for that commitment. Thank you very much.
what's your address?
Yeah, send me a check. I'll send it back to you.
We
We
could
got
do,
some stuff to do. It's pretty clear and concise, the steps we got to take. And then we need to, the continued support of the community. So thanks for waving our flag.
Well, Eric, Alex the Great, let me ask you, what can we spread out to the racers? What do you need from the racers? What can we do? I mean, not just the show, but I mean the racers that are going to be there using the racetrack. What do you need from them?
I think that it's a pretty simple answer. It's, first of all, patience. We're not going to turn this thing up by this August or September. It's probably in next year before we have the kind of the class act performance we're going to put on. So there's this long political push and shove, wave the flag, and so you're already doing it. Keep the chatter going. We're going to need a plumber, and we're going to need a grader, and we're going to need we need to do some things on that site, but none of them are bigger than we can attack. So patience is a virtue. As we look at everybody's face, they go, well, when are we coming racing? When are we coming racing? We've got some homework to do, but it's all a bits and pieces to bring that thing back to a usable form. The surface doesn't need a thing. It's a matter of we need the infrastructure around it and the community behind it.
Well, let me tell you something right now. There's a guy that you need to call that's over in your area. His name is Kevin Here, and he owns Eastern Washington Paving or whatever. But he's got graders. He's got equipment. You need to call Kevin Here. This guy is one of the best guys ever. He's a huge go-karter in the speedway ranks, and he is right there in your area. I guarantee you he will be on board before you even say jump. He will say yes. I'll be there.
And I'll give
Terry would send me that information.
I will definitely do that. He is one of the greatest guys you will ever meet.
And just for your own deal tonight, normally we got a 35 to 40 live view range. We're running at 110 right now.
Told you, Loader. I told you.
I know it.
Yeah, so not only should you, I mean, you're thanking us, but we should be thanking you for sure.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you this quick story, Alexander the Great. I was in Spokane. I had just gotten back from Mexico. I drove all night to announce a race at Sunset Speedway there on where the go-kart, where the pavement track is, and the speedway track and the flat track and whatever. Sure. And I had to be back in Canby the next day at like 8 o'clock to call a race. So I went and called the race. It was done about midnight. I was going to drive all night and be in Canby by 8 in the morning to call this thing. Well, I broke down. I had a flat tire on my pickup. And I broke down at like 6 a.m. in the morning, so I had to call the track and said, hey, I'm probably not going to make it. I was on the side of, I don't know, it's right before, I don't even know, was it 97?
84.
Well, it was right before you get to 84. It's like 97 or whatever.
Okay.
And I was there at like 6 a.m. I got a flat, and I didn't have a spare. So I called around. I called this tow truck company. They wanted $300 just to show up. And I'm like, nah, forget that. So what do? I get on the phone, and I call Jesse Brown. And this is on a Sunday. He's with his family. It's church day. It's family day. It's all this. This guy runs around all day long trying to find me a tire. And finally, I think it was like 3 or 4 o'clock, he finds me a tire, brings it to me. I get myself going, and I get on the road. it's something I will never, ever forget. I would have been there. I would have been there all night. I wouldn't have had any help. But Jesse Brown busted his ass to find me a tire and got it. It was the ugliest thing ever, but it got me home. And it's just those type of things that you just don't. That's just how awesome this racing family is.
What are you saying? He still hasn't paid for it?
No, all he wanted from me was to go to lunch with him. You know, and so I'm just telling you, you have surrounded yourself with some of the greatest people on the planet. I mean, it's
you got one of the best promoters in the area, and then you have Eric, who has, you know, our community, and anybody that's on this site that doesn't really know what we got going on in the Tri-State community, but Eric Van Winkle has been a huge part of our community, building cool things.
Yeah, but Jesse, I just can't tell you, man. That's something I will never, ever forget in my entire life, man.
I know. We're all good, man. It's just one of those deals. You do that for your buddies. Yep. You do it for your friends. You do that for anybody, and it's never, you know, that I've never asked for a thank you. I've never asked for anything, because that's not what it's about. Because I got a feeling that if I was in the same boat, you had done it for me, right?
I would have crawled and died doing it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
man.
and
tell me, did Loader give you your cookies, or did
No, he ate them all.
No, they're in the truck. I was messing.
He ate them all.
I told you them butterscotch were good. No, you know. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, Jesse, we talked about this, and all the way home on Sunday, I was thinking about this and how cool this was going to be, and I understand it's a big challenge. It isn't, you know, we're not going to, here's the switch, flip it, we're gone. I understand where you're at. I just was sitting there going through, my God, the logistics of all this stuff. I give you guys all the credit in the world, because it's a headache, you know. But it's a passion too.
Good way to change the subject for eating Terry's cookies, but
he's smooth at that, isn't he? He is super
No,
smooth.
His cookies are in the truck, along with his custom fab T-shirt.
We can't wait to see what happens with this, Jesse. I just know with you behind it, and you got Greg Walden and Mr. Walden behind. I mean, dude, this is. I don't think this is a. It's not a matter of if; it's just a matter of when.
Well, we got a lot of passion, man. I'll tell you that.
No doubt about it.
And butterscotch cookies. You get butterscotch cookies, I'll follow you wherever you go.
Yes.
And again, you know, I'm telling you, if we're going to make this work, I'm not much of a political guy, because go Trump. But anyhow,
Go Trump.
we need to get Mayor Brent Gary reelected, because this guy has a lot. He believes in us. He believes in our program. He believes we're going to get this done. And we really need to work that angle, man. We need the city of West Richland to get behind us. And
As long as he's going to vote for Culp, I'm all in.
Oh, yeah, I think we got that.
Okay, good. That's great.
We just got to – we got some challenges ahead of us, but I'll tell you what. You got 3 fighters sitting right here. And,
dude, here's what I'm saying. I can't – it's just sitting there now. It's just sitting there now. So, yeah. I mean, even if all it made was $1, that's better than just sitting there now doing nothing. So, it's almost like, to me, it's almost like a no-brainer. But hey,
yeah,
go figure.
Loader, I tell you, man, I told you this was going to be big, buddy.
I know it. And
you know, I have a lot of passion for that track. I mean, I will say this. I'm a kid that graduated from East Kennewick, and I didn't go to school. I didn't go to anything. I went to Tri-State Raceways, and I was around some of the best people I could be around. And I'll tell you what, I got a really good job these days because of that. I got a great family, and I have a lot of good friends because of Tri-State Raceways. So I have a lot to give back, and you don't forget that things. In fact, Alexander the Great sold me my first house. Can you believe that?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay.
Good.
He took a kid in East Kennewick.
That's awesome, you guys.
I'm never going to live this down, am I?
And that's the beauty of this whole thing. All I know is you can count on Late Model Monday to do whatever you need. Don't hesitate to ask us. If it's humanly possible, we will do what we can to make it happen.
All right. Good deal.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is the mayor there?
No.
We want to talk to the mayor.
We want to talk to the mayor.
Next one.
Next
Okay.
one.
Okay. All right. Well, he better be listening. If you're listening, Mayor.
No, he's listening.
All right. Good deal. We're all about you. We are all about you. So just know that.
Give a shout out to Lacey because she's really done a good job with our website and I can't call it a website, our Facebook page.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to grow this thing better, but we got to get some stuff in place and we'll go from there.
Love you guys. Appreciate everything you do.
Hey, before we do any further, Todd Connell says to get back in the car where you guys can go door to door again.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I might get back in the car at Tri-Cities if we can get a track out there because I'd love nothing more to go out and show my boy how to get around that place.
Hey, there we go. Love it. You might have some more to contend with, but oh well.
I'll take Mikey boy with me too because you know what? We're pretty good buddies in that way. Everybody thought we were pretty rival guys, but you know what? My wife raised both of our kids, and they turned out pretty good. But you're not as rivalry as you think. We're all pretty good friends.
Yeah, that's right. I got nothing but love and respect for Mike Zamora. Nothing but.
Chance says he can remember watching Jesse when I was a baby, old as dirt.
I'm glad I can't change that stuff.
All right, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jesse. I love you, man. Thanks
Jesse,
for all you
Greg,
do, man.
And Alexander the Great.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, for sure.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
Absolutely. See you, Greg.
Oh, my God.
What a cool deal, you guys. What a cool deal.
Yes, very much so. I am, like I said, coming home yesterday, I got to thinking, and I'm just thinking of the logistics of what they got to go through in the hoops. They got to jump, and I can't think of listening to these three better people to do it.
Hey, let me just say, Jesse Brown is one of the greatest guys you'll ever get to meet. He's the real deal. And I haven't met Alexander the Great yet. God, his name's Eric, and we're calling him Alexander the Great. How perfect! But and hey, let's get the mayor elected there. He's all about racing, man. I mean, hey, if you don't want to elect a racing mayor, there's something wrong. You got some wires crossed or something.
Tyler Brown says, "Mom won't let you."
I know. Chance overall track is in my backyard. Is it really?
Yeah, that's what he said. It's less than 10 minutes from his shop.
Wow. 41 have got tires.
That's for the Idaho 200.
Sweet. Love it. Matt James Alexander, that's cool. You need to get with Jesse Brown and those guys. We need to get every racetrack, every promoter, every racer, everybody who even dreams about late models in on this deal so we can make this thing fly. Support is what it needs, and passion is what it needs. We're all in. We hope you are. We love you. We're over time.
No, you're not, because I've still got to tell you what's coming up this next week.
All right.
So, just for quick. Evergreen has their weekly talk series, Pro Late Model, Street Stocks, Mini Stocks, Legends, and Junior Hornets. Nothing at Hermiston, nothing at South Sound. State Line, Wednesday night. Fever 4, Bump the Pass, Roadrunner and Early Stocks, Saturday. Jump your junk.
I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah, I do too. Garwood Roller Derby. The Boat Race and Team Roller Derby. Skagit, Thursday Night Thunder, 360 Sprint Cars, $2,000 a win, $400 to start. Modifieds got a $1,200 purse up there, $625 for second, and $200 to start. Grays Harbor run modified Super Stocks and Hornets. Coos Bay's got late models, Sportsman Late, Street Stocks, Mini Stocks, Hornets, and Junior Stingers. That's it. I'm good.
I'm your horsepower and performance host, Terry Bridges. That is the awesome loader, Mr. Jeffrey Eden. We love you guys. Thanks for the support. This has been a record show because of you. So we appreciate it. Late Model Monday. We're here every Monday, 7 p.m. Share, like on Facebook, spread the word, man. We're all about the sport. We love you. Put God first. Everything else falls into place.
Hey, race fans, this is Steve Blankenship. You are tuned in to the quickest show on the web, Late Model Monday.
Wow, Jeff. You said 110? That is freaking unbelievable.